Okay, today we're going to be furring this wall out here. I put studs in between each one of these, 16 on center, all the way across so that we can get our party backer installed. So we're gonna have to take this. You can see on our line here, we're gonna continue that line all the way across so everything's even. And we're gonna have to tear this out here so we can get our boards in to the wall like we have here, so we can get our scaffolding moved over here. And then after that is complete and sealed, we're gonna pop up there. We're gonna remove all of that. Over here, still have some demo to do. We have this plywood here. That's gonna be, we're gonna remove that with the plaster on the back side. Still have to remove all that rebar here. And then, this seems like it's in pretty good shape here, but we still have to take this off here. So, we have our line here. Let's continue that over, tear all that off. Okay, we got an update on the northern window well. There is the south, here's the north. So you can see here, we're very close to being prepped here. We have all the metal out of these. We're just working on metal out of here. You can see these two here, and then these three, which will be out soon. Down here, there's an old window that was boarded up, or it was parged over. So then we just tore all that off, and then we'll just frame that all in there, make sure it's just level and flat, going all the way up. Same thing here. After we have this all built, all the scaffolding built up, we'll be able to get to this section, cut that off, rip it off, and then we're gonna get all this bottom section sealed with ram board, make sure all the seams are filled, all of the screws are filled, and completely weather tight, and then we're gonna work our way up, and we're gonna tackle that section. We're on the north window well. We have that completely demoed. This is demoed. We're gonna frame in that window there, and then we're gonna start demoing this wall. The reason why I want to demo it is because there's a window here, and there's a window there that they just covered up. And you can see the difference. So we want this to be completely flush all the way up. And then that vent there isn't being used. That vent is no longer being used, so we can tear it all out, frame it in, and have one solid wall. And another reason why you don't want to have access, points of where water can get in. As you can see that big crack right there. Eventually that's gonna fail. This is gonna be new, and that's gonna last another 30, 40 years. And then you have this, who knows how old this is, and then it'll start deteriorating way before this. So then you're running into the same issue. So we're just gonna do the entire wall. And then after that's framed in, we'll just start framing in on the bottom. Oh yeah, we have to demo down there, which I'll do another video on. got the concrete board installed. Still have to install here, here, and that's it. That's what we have to install down here. This is that foam I was talking about in the previous video. We're gonna do to fill these voids in each of these beams. So we'll just move this foam right into there. So then we can wrap the mesh, the wire mesh, so we'll be able to wrap it tight all the way around, so it's flat to the surface. If you put that wire mesh over that, then you got to fill that whole thing with mud instead of just having a flat surface to start from, right from the beginning. So we'll do the same there. Do that. Do the same over there, and then up over here we have a big one. And we'll just fill that void there with the foam board, and then just run our mesh right up over the top of that lip and straight up. We have some nice new trim just installed yesterday too. Okay, we're over at Kenwood on the north window well. We're still demoing a little bit over here. So we just demoed this entire wall today. We stopped right up there. And we framed in that wall there, so we have that big bow that they just went right over the trim. So they just went right over the top of this, so it created a big bulge. So we decided to just tear it all out, and then we'll just have one solid wall without any imperfections. You see it up there where it's kind of bowed out right there. So we'll end up tearing all that out just so it's flat all the way through. I have this wonderful roof up here. You see here, there's probably, I don't know, maybe 10 layers of tar paper right here that they just kept going over and kept going over it. And then TPO was invented, so then they just went over that with PTO. So take this down a little bit further. I want to take it down so that our concrete board goes down flat, and then when we come back over our PTO, we'll just run it straight up here with flashing and termination bar to seal it completely, so it's a flat surface all the way through. Same with over here. It was pretty ugly over here, but we tore all that tar out. So then we already have a natural drip edge here. We'll still put some flashing up against that, and then the PTO will come up with our termination bar, so that this whole bay here is completely sealed. So hopefully tomorrow I'll have everything framed in over here, and then we'll start framing in just like we did on the other side. Start installing the concrete board. Okay, we're at the Kenwood on the south window well. Yesterday we got all that with concrete board installed. Now we're gonna move up here, run concrete board all the way along here, and then we're gonna put up a ledger, a double 2x6 ledger, and then we're gonna start building our platform here to build our scaffolding up. And then over here on the north window well, we're gonna start framing this one out. A little bit of demo, just gonna frame out that window there, and then we'll start furring out in between here, 16 on center, so that we're gonna attach our hardy board. And we'll do the same thing as what we're doing over there on the north end. Put up a ledger here, probably there too, and here. And so we could build a sturdy platform to hold all of our scaffolding. So when the time comes when we have to get all the way up there, we have a nice sturdy platform here, so we don't have to rebuild it. At the Kenwood on the north window well, and we have it all tarped up here just in case it rains. But after we get the south window well all sealed, we'll pop over here and start furring this out and get the concrete board on. But we still have to cut up here, make a straight line, and then right here it kind of came out, so we'll have to put some foam board there. But then we have to decide whether we're going to go up with it or not, if we're going to tear it all off.